Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Maximus Black.
And Nova War.
And we're bringing you guys I have no idea what league this is, but this is just your regular Joe game here. No win, cheese, fails, no tournament stuff. This is just straight up fans bringing in their stuff and we're casting them.
Stuff. Yeah, no, this has been a productive evening for us.
Yeah,
this is like game number 7 or 8 we have plowed through today. This is more than productive. But yeah, like Jeff said, this is just one of our regular games to cast. I think this is either platinum or diamond. You, of course, will be able to find out in the top right of your screen. But down here, spawning in the bottom left position, we are looking at DaJo, and up in the top right, I'm going to say that's probably pronounced Deimos, and if it's not, well, that's too bad.
You're Deimos today.
What? I wasn't sure if you were going to continue.
All right,
but yeah, we are. Of course, this is a PvP, the most exciting of all StarCraft matches.
I'm starting to enjoy it.
It might just be because for some reason 95% of our casts involve a Protoss player.
Yep.
And we have done quite a few PvPs, and we're not doing that purposely. Like, that's not at all what we're trying to do. What is Deimos doing?
There we go.
He thought about blocking off, and then he said, wait, I'm going up against a Protoss player. That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
And of course, DaJo doing something very similar. They are within milliseconds of each other in terms of their builds, and I'll be very interested to see how these guys tackle it, because in a PvP, there's really only so many.
Matchup.
There's really only so many options. Of course, 4-gate is prevalent in every league ever. And but generally speaking, when I'm playing another Protoss player, I like the 3-gate 1 Robo.
Yep, it's a good one. Protoss really don't have all that. I'm not going to say don't have a lot of strong openings, but they don't have a big variety of openings.
Yeah.
It's either a big variety of effective openings.
Right.
3-gate Robo, 4-gate. Forge, Fast, Expand. Those are basically the 3 main ones that you're going to see.
Yep.
up in the higher level of play.
Yeah, like 4-gate, of course, being the most prevalent of all Protoss
the most
builds.
Abused.
It
one.
is the most abused one. Not the most. I'm not going to say 4-gate's the most effective. People have seen it so much now that 4-gate is becoming less effective.
Yep.
Especially if it is scouted early on, which you're probably going to see one of these guys getting on. Hopefully, with 2 Protoss in this match, at a fairly high level of play, we are going to see some MAC haps. If I don't see an observer on the field, I am going to throw myself out of the window.
Yep, sounds good.
You gonna follow me?
I'm going.
Can we hold hands?
Yes.
All right, good.
That'd be so nice.
I'll feel better about running my head into concrete. That's very nice.
All right. Well, it looks like DaJo is getting out that fast stalker, also using his chrono to get out that warp as fast as possible. And it looks like Deimos actually is seeing exactly what he's doing, knowing that he is chronoing the cybernetics core. And he also, do believe he just did he chrono his gateway as well?
I don't think so.
Okay, never mind.
He might have, but I don't think so.
Both are chronoing that cybernetics core. Just another pylon going down. Very similar builds here. Another gateway now going up for DaJo. Now another gateway going up. So
this is looking like 4-gate.
It's either going to be a 4-gate or 3-gate Robo. And still, I have no idea what is going to happen over here. I don't know if he's going to pop out a Stargate. I don't know if he's going to get, I don't know. He is getting out a Sentry now, so he does know that the 4-gate or at least a 3-gate Robo is happening. So he is getting out that Sentry that you do need to have in any situation. And look at that.
3-gate Robo.
It looks like a 3-gate Robo is going to happen. Very good looking. Very good scouting.
Yeah, no, definitely. Theoretically, he saw the 4-gate coming and then said, okay, logical thing to do, let's go for the 3-gate 1 Robo, get that Immortal out, help with that Stalker force that will almost inevitably be on its way. And here comes the 3rd gate of the 3. And you know what? I kind of like how he did that. He was sitting on his money a bit. He waited until he knew, more of what DaJo was actually going to do. Then he made his decision, and DaJo looks like he's pushing out here. He's bringing a probe with him. That means he's probably going to go for his push now. This is kind of a weak push. He's only got his 1 Stalker and 1 sentry, and he's not, is he even bringing? Is he gathering? I don't know what he's doing, but he's standing around and he shouldn't be. Now he's heading out. He does have a couple more Stalker. This isn't the strongest push I've ever seen, and I don't think it's going to work.
No, absolutely not. He's definitely going to need a lot more than this. He is putting down the proxy pylon right now. That is a good thing to see.
There's better places to put that, too.
Absolutely.
There's a tree line right above where he is.
You could put one here. You could put one up here. Basically, now that he's going to be warping in units here, he's got a little bit of a walk to go to get up to this choke.
Exactly.
And sometimes you need to basically non-stop be pouring in units for this to be effective. Especially when these sentries are here, you've got to be very careful, because a good Protoss player will make sure that those units are getting cut in half, and then he can deal with the mass that is coming up to his base.
Yeah, exactly. One thing I would have liked to see, what's his Deimos do? I almost want to call him like Stamos. Like, what's his name?
John, is it?
I don't know.
The
but
guy from Full House?
Yes, that's what I want to say. But we are seeing a push up the ramp here, and like Jeff said, there's the sentry. Kind of a waste of a second one.
There. That's going to hurt a little bit.
But you know what? He got the force field up, and he did what he had to do there. He forced him to use a Guardian Shield. He's now wasted some energy himself, more so, I think, in fact, than he did. And another sentry is coming out. He is going to be perfectly fine here. He can't get up the ramp. Every time he comes up the ramp, this is what's going to happen.
Yep.
So he can basically sit back. We did see, in fact, that I believe, yes, there's the robotics bay. We are going to see Colossi on the field here soon, and he is getting a lot of Zealot. This is exactly what he needs to do. He's seeing a Stalker-heavy build. What's the logical thing to do in that scenario, especially against that 4-gate? Get your Zealot count up, get your Colossi on the field, make sure you have a couple of sentries to make good use of this.
Beautiful force field.
But he can't make it up. And this is frustrating the heck out of DaJo. I guarantee it. He's actually going to turn around and say, the heck with it, I'm going to go down here and just hang out. And there's my Mac Haps. Gotta love my Mac Haps out on the field, making sure he knows what's going on at all times. And he's going to be building up this Colossi count. And when he pushes out, it's going to be very, very dangerous.
Oh, absolutely. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. He knows that his enemy's going the 4-gate, and he's transitioning properly. Kept his cool, got out those sentries. Look at this unit count. 4 Zealots, 12 Stalkers, 2 sentries versus 6 Stalkers, or 6 Zealots, 1 Colossi, and 1 Stalker. And look at that. You
thought he was going to try again.
You were not coming up. And one thing that I also like about this play is that he is completely cutting off the ramp. He's not splitting them in half. And the reason being is because there's heavy Stalker here. And even if he wanted to cut these in half and then deal with those units,
he's going to get hit from the bottom.
Exactly. If these Zealots go down halfway and start shooting or start slicing up these Stalkers, he's going to get hurt.
You're gonna
Boom. Oh, and he catches one right there.
He catches one, but he needs to back up.
He's got 2 Colossus now.
Or he's gonna crush his own force field and get out there. I don't agree with this. I think he was very close to the right amount of units. He might come out of this alive, but I think he should have waited a little longer. That Colossus going down, that is a heavy, heavy blow to him. That is a lot of money gone down the drain, but there's a lot of Zealot on the field, and that's going to be enough to hold it off. Like I said, didn't agree with that entirely. He did do a good enough job of pushing him off, but I think he could have just held up in his base a little bit longer with those force fields and then decided to go for it. But now he's going back, bringing a probe, and he's going to turn the tables.
Oh, absolutely. You know what, Adam? I do agree with you there. One good thing that came under that is he scared the living shit out of DaJo and made him go back. There's no longer that force going up there. One thing that he did is he kind of set himself back a little bit. Got at that expansion, even though that's what you want to do. But in this case, he didn't prepare for these Colossi that he's seen that was coming. He didn't get out of Stargates, not getting any Phoenix. He's not getting Blink for those Stalkers to blink in.
He's getting an Immortal, which is a terrible decision. He's getting a second Immortal, which is terrible because he's going up against a bunch of Zealots.
Absolutely.
He's going to get destroyed with that.
Absolutely. He's not doing exactly what Deimos did. He's not transitioning properly. And he's got the thermal lens coming now for these
just finished
for these Colossus, and this is going to suck to be DaJo.
Can we keep talking like this the rest of the game?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm not going to, but here we go. Nice, very nice split.
Yeah.
Probably could have been a little more effective with that, but I think he wasn't trying to split. I think he was just trying to trap them.
Now these Stalkers cannot get out of there. You see how he tried to back those Stalkers up? And they just kind of went face first into those force fields and now are just eating the blades of ire here and just dying a horrible, painful death. And look at these Zealots over here. Let me do some fancy camera work. Look at that.
If it wasn't so late, I would scream.
Yeah. my next door neighbor gets really angry when we talk about it. So, yeah.
No screaming right now, but as it stands right now, it's looking like Deimos is going to take this game. He at least out of this attack will get map control, but this is probably going to be it.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way he can come out of it.
Dude's getting immortals.
He tried. He's got his first Colossus coming. He saw it. He did see. Okay, well, he should have gotten the Colossi earlier.
Yep.
As soon as he saw all those Zealots, that's when he should have got it. Cancel those Immortals, just get Colossi. That's going to go all the way bad for him.
Oh yeah, terrible.
There is no way.
Terrible. So yeah, no, this was a really sour about that loss right there. Hate in life. I feel his pain.
Yeah, and you know what? Deimos said rage quit. All right, well, I'm just going to
keep shooting you up,
keep killing your entire base, even though you're not here, just in spite of you.
Just because I can.
Like a mouse.
So yeah, that was that. I'm gonna pause this. That was a really good game.
It was.
That was a really effective way to scout.
Yes, that's our main. You want to say it one more time? It sounded very Canadian. Say it one more time. Say scout for me.
To scout.
Nice. I like how you even put even more emphasis on it that time. That was very good. No, definitely. That was the main point of this match.
How's this? Okay, just
that's why I wanted to pick this out. When he sent it in, he said, "Look, this is actually a good example of what scouting can do for you, especially in a mirror match.
Yep.
Mirror match scouting might be more important than almost any other kind of match, and you know what? It paid off in spades. He saw that the 4-gate was coming. He made sure to wait until just the right time before he made his tech decision. He went the 3-gate robo, correctly went to Colossi instead of doing something like Mass Immortal.
Yep.
Because he saw the kind of composition he was looking at, and you know what? DaJo just got out-teched, outplayed.
No, that was a really good game. I'm sure a lot of people are going to learn a couple of things here. One thing that I will add before I end this cast is if you are in the position that DaJo was, and he did a decent 4-gate. He kind of put that in a bad area, but he had the right idea. And say you're in that kind of situation, and you're getting frustrated, like Adam said. You got all these units up here, and this guy basically has nothing. He had a couple of zealots and a couple of sentry that were basically keeping him alive while he went and teched up to Colossus because they're very expensive. Mm-hmm. One thing that you can do out of reaction to that is quickly get a robotics bay. And then run robotics facility, and then run an observer up here, and that way you can get vision.
Yep.
Take your stalkers from the side
and start
shooting them from down below. And that way, he's only got, for the most part, zealots. So you're gonna do damage, and if you can pick off some of these sentries and then run your units up,
and that happens,
it may buy you some. It may buy you some time. It's not for sure, but if you can do it right, it definitely can help. And I've done that a couple times.
Yeah, definitely, because what happens with the Protoss when they do have their sentries up there, like he did. They're there for the sole purpose of blocking that ramp off.
Absolutely.
And so most of the time they are in a very vulnerable position up front in front of the ramp in stalker range for sure. And so that would have been a major, major help. You know what? I said before, good move going to Colossi. Probably would have been just as fine if he went Immortal. Because there was a lot of stalker on the field. Mm-hmm. But either way, he made a good choice. He did well. The scouting helped. DaJo didn't scout, didn't see what was coming his way, and it bit him in the ass in the end. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been LAGTV. I am Nova War.
And I'm Maximus Black. And in case I noticed that a little bit in that game, there were some frames. It was a little slow.
That's not you guys.
Yeah, it's not you guys. We're just rendering a game right now and
recording at the same time.
Recording at the same time. It wasn't too bad. So it wasn't your computer. It was probably us.
It's always us.
So yeah, this is Maximus Black. Peace out.
Peace.